I'm back again in this Gigarama, and this time we're talking about everybody's favorite problematic rapper, Lil Wayne, possibly getting 10 years of prison time. What happened? Well, guess what? You're going to find out because it's time for some My Current TV. Welcome back. So, Lil Wayne as we discussed, can face up to 10 years in prison because he's been hit with a federal weapons charge of possession of a firearm by a convicted felon. Now, we're going to set the scene a little bit. Last year, in where are we? In Florida, he lived in Florida, Miami. He was going to California, and he was going on a private plane. Federal agents searched his plane, and they found drug paraphernalia and a gold-plated handgun. Lil Wayne acknowledged the handgun was his, and he said it was a Father's Day gift that he had gotten that previous June. Obviously, that's a problem because he's a convicted felon. Why is he a convicted felon? Because in 2009 he pled guilty to an attempted criminal possession of a firearm, of a weapon, and he was sentenced subsequently the next year and spent 8 months in prison. Now, there are people out there who are saying, "Oh, this is because he endorsed Donald Trump. This is a conspiracy against him for endorsing Donald Trump. It's not fair because he's black, blah blah blah." But it's like, look, bro, here's the situation. The rules are, if you are a convicted felon, and there are some gray areas here that we're going to discuss that his lawyer thinks that he can apply to, but he can't. If you're a convicted felon, you are not allowed to own or possess a firearm. Because if you read the news stories carefully, it says nothing about the firearm being registered or anything like that. So he knew somewhere in that situation that there was a wrong. Now, there have been some people who said, like April Ryan and others, that said that Lil Wayne met with Donald Trump because he knew that he had these charges coming and he wanted to get a pardon. 50 Cent, the meme and troll king, said, "You better call Donald Trump up, fool, and get you off. He has 63 days, get it done." And that very well could be true. But here's what people need to understand about the law and how it works. Chapter 44 of Title 18 of the U.S. Code says law bans any felon that's convicted of owning a firearm. Period. If you are a convicted felon, that means you have had a prison sentence that has exceeded more than a year. Now, there are some exceptions to that rule. If you are a convicted felon and you have committed a white collar crime, like racketeering, things like that, you're not in that same area. There is an exemption sometimes for you. If you have been convicted of a 2-year state misdemeanor, as long as the misdemeanor doesn't exceed 2 years, you do not fall into that category. If your felony is committed in another country, you do not fall into that category. Now, you can apply for reassertion of your rights to firearms with to the AG, or you can get a presidential pardon. That is also offered. But Lil Wayne, unless he gets pardoned by Donald Trump, which could happen because he does pardon criminals, there's no way he can get out of this. He committed the crime in America. He did his sentence was supposed to be for a year, and it wasn't a misdemeanor. And I personally feel that Lil Wayne, obviously thinks he's above the law and thinks that because he's Lil Wayne, even though his name is Dwayne Carter, that he is somehow insulated from the laws of the land. Because this is not the first time, or the second time, or the third time he's had an issue with firearms or with drugs, and he keeps getting off, except for that one little stint 10 years ago. Lil Wayne needs to do prison time, period. Do I think he needs all 10 years? I don't know. But the problem of this particular charge is you've been convicted before of a weapons charge. And anybody who knows the legal system knows that if you're the prosecutor, you start looking for aggravating offenses. And if you have had time and time again charges of weapons levied against you, and then you get hit for this, the same type of charge again, they want to get you together. They're gonna want to throw the book at you. So Lil Wayne, wherever you are, because I know you haven't been arrested and I know you're not sitting in jail right now. They just charged you, and I know you have a court hearing next month. Wherever you are, you need to get right with yourself and get right with God or whomever you believe and pray to, because this is very serious. I'm not going to sit there and knock you down while extending a hand to hold you up. Now, this has been a really, really bad month for Lil Wayne. His girlfriend dumped him. This now happened. Trump lost his reelection bid. And so right now he's probably in a bit of a low spot. So I'm not gonna sit there and kick him while he's down. But I do think, like I said before, if I'm gonna knock you down, I have to extend the hand to lift you up. I do think this could be a teachable moment for you, and hopefully, because again, this seems to also stem with drugs as well. Hopefully, you get some help that you need. Hopefully, this next prison spell that you're probably going to do gives you a little bit more clarity in life. Because if I'm not mistaken, the last time you were in prison, you said you read the Bible every day. Read the Bible some more. Get yourself in a space where you finally turn that corner for good once and for all, because we don't want to keep seeing you get charged. We don't want to keep seeing you possibly get put in prison. Okay? That's not what we want. So please go out there, get better, do better, be better. But while we're talking about that, I want you to check out these memes and these comments that people put on Twitter. And you guys have a great day. You like what you see? Comment, subscribe, share. Let's get the discussion started. What do you think? Is this a conspiracy? Does Lil Wayne belong in prison? What do you think? Talk to me.